Reality television has the reputation for making or breaking a person. Stars are created, then promptly forgotten about, or turned into objects of ridicule in this fast-paced environment. The Real World on MTV was one of the pioneers of reality television since its first season in 1992. The show picks 7 strangers to live in a house, and as the famous opening monologue states, they will find out what happens when people stop being polite and start getting real. Ashley Feldman, a Northeastern University graduate, was a cast member on the show's 2010 season set in New Orleans. Ashley made it out of the TV business and is now working as a morning host for one of Boston's most popular radio stations. I met up with Ashley at a volunteer event for her job, where she was helping low-income high schoolers choose dresses for prom. I spoke with her and 2 of her friends about staying grounded, landing her dream job, and being a, quote, Z-list celebrity.
That one thing we can always say is special, that out of 800,000 people that tried out for our season, us 8 stuck out. Pretty much they want to know how much drama I could bring to the table. It's just a very weird thing to, I would go to CVS to buy a toothbrush and there would be a camera crew of 6 following me. I was portrayed a lot more calm than I am. I'm very loud, I'm crazy, I'm energetic, and they kind of made me the commentator of the show, which for job purposes was amazing. For my career, I was edited to the T. I knew how those shows worked, and I knew that they were going to use us as like a product, and I knew that I could in turn kind of use them. So MTV would use us for entertainment, here's the new cast of The Real World, but I knew that I could use MTV to parlay my career. I always wanted to do radio.
First I was kind of hesitant about it because I watched the Real World several times, and I've seen the conduct and the behavior that goes on reality shows. So I was kind of afraid to see Ashley in that and be put in that position, but there's one thing I know about Ashley. She's very outspoken, very outgoing, and she has a good head on her shoulders. So I knew that she was going to go into this and with the intent of making the most of it.
I knew that going on there would get my face out there. I knew I could get a job on the show, and I did. I worked for a radio station, and as soon as the show started, my old boss in St. Louis saw me and was like, come out here. So that's how I got my first radio gig from MTV, from the show. You made money after the show. That's kind of where while the show is on, that's where you can kind of take advantage of that. When you're done because you kind of passed the torch. So currently I am working on Jammin' 94.5. I'm on the morning show. It's called Ramiro's House. And it's so funny because all my friends joke with me and call me a Z-list celebrity. They're like, you're bottom of the barrel. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. I am. I don't even ever consider myself a celebrity. I hate people that were on shows like Real World and stuff like that and think it makes you an instant celebrity, because that's not at all. I'd like for people to think I'm more of a celebrity because I'm doing radio.
Actually, just to be real, like, she's the same person. Like, you would never know she's been on reality TV. You would never know just by meeting her. Unless you recognize her and somebody else said it, like, she would never talk about it, maybe, or and just me personally, me knowing her, like, I have to bring it up first before she does. So I mean, it's kind of crazy knowing her and knowing what she's doing on the show, but like, nothing's changed. She hasn't been I'm a better than you type person or anything.
And for some reason, I don't know why, because I was on TV, so I shouldn't be, but I get embarrassed to say I was on The Real World because I'm very, very humble about the experience. Like, I know that I was so blessed and so lucky to have gotten that opportunity, so I would hate for anybody to ever say, oh, I met that girl Ashley from The Real World and she thought she was so cool, because I am the furthest thing from that. I kind of try and hide the fact that I was on. I'd much rather be like, yeah, I'm on Ramiro's House in the morning on Jammin' 94.5, and we all joke and say that we're all part of this family, and if I was related to any of those people, I'd be like, they're not my family. But in a weird way, we kind of are. Things where that experience, I would do it over 15 times. Like, there's nothing about it I wouldn't do again. I can tell my kids that your mom was so cool.